Then we'll discuss Williamson.
Okay, boy. You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Only when things matter.
Come on then, Marston. Follow me.
How do you do?
Good morning, friend.
Hello there.
Well, look at you.
So who we looking for?
A bunch of two-bit hoodlums, led by this fella called Walton. Goddamn road agents who prey on the stages coming in and out of town. Drivers and armadillos spend more time with their hands in the air than on the reins these days.
And you're happy to let them drink in your saloon?
Happy? No. But the way I figure it, better they're carousing in there than out robbing decent folk.
That's an interesting approach to law enforcement.
I do what I can, Mr. Marston. We ain't the government.
Bye.
There's the dumb rat bastard now. Let's follow him. See what kind of hole he crawls into.
Walton's the top screw. Let's get after him. God damn it, he's on to us. Get after him. Can't lose that trail, boy. Catch up with me when you can.
Come on!
Stay with it, for Christ's sake.
If Walton's as bad as you say he is, why don't we just beef him now while we got the chance?
Because that ain't how the law works.
Is that right, Marshal?
And alive, he can still talk.
Doesn't sound like he's a man to be reasoned with.
He ain't. But a few days of my hospitality and he'll be telling me what I need to know. Walton's gang's been growing fast.
Outlawing's easy money for easy work.
Cholla Springs, Gap Tooth Ridge, these boys get around. Walton's a start, but there's plenty more where he came from.
Yeah.
He's headed for Pleasant's house. Let's stop so we can get a better look.
Whoa there.
Looks like we got company, boys.
Damn! Take cover! We'll work our way up this hill.
Take cover behind that wagon to your right. Behind the crate, Marston. Smoke him up.
You ain't that tough, Walton.
You're a coward, Lee Johnson.
I'll kill you. Who else wants some?
I see you.
You shouldn't play with guns, fellas. You really want to die?
Walton's inside the house. Take him alive if you can. Walton's escaping. Take him down, boy. It has been a pleasure, Marshal. Come on, boy. He's getting away. Move up to that wagon on your right. I'll cover you. There's one behind the crate. Take him down. Now move up to that crate. I'll cover you. This way! Take that fella behind the rock, boy.
You ain't getting there, Walton.
Move up to that rock. I'll keep you covered. There's another one behind the outhouse, boy.
You're about to go meet your maker.
Take cover behind the outhouse. Careful, there may be more of them. It's your day of reckoning, boys. Why don't you try pointing it at somebody before you pull the trigger, genius?
I'll say it coming your way.
Christ alive!
Stay with me.
Just Walton left now. Try to take him alive. He's bolting. Try to take him alive. I want that bastard in front of a judge. You ain't got me yet, old man. Walton, your killing days are over. It'll be trial and the ropes for you.
Not a bad shot, Mr. Marston. Why don't you check in with me next time you're in town?
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nor did I, my friend. I can promise you that. I'll see you soon, Mr. Marston.
Yeah.
What have you got for me?
Mr. Marston, how are you?
Good, Miss McFarland. How are you?
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman. Take the driver's seat, come on! What exactly are you waiting for? You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response. You never did tell me where you live.
I have a small holding up in Great Plains.
A farmer? Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. And at what point during your day of hunting down outlaws do you find time to raise chickens?
Only been at it 3 years or so. I guess I'm kind of new to it.
You're telling me? So who's looking after this farm of yours right now?
Uncle. Well, he's not my uncle, as far as I know. Just an old dog who's as lazy as a lizard on a hot day. Kind of fella laboring under the delusion that age brings wisdom.
Sounds like the perfect person to leave in charge of your entire livelihood.
We go way back, and I didn't have a lot of choice.
I'd be getting back there if I was you.
That's what I'm trying to do, miss.
How well do you know New Austin?
I don't. We talked about coming down here many times, but never made it.
Who's we?
Yeah, New Austin. The last real outlaw country, where the old ways still hold true. Do a man wrong, he'll shoot you for it. Do a man right, well, he still may shoot you for it. But at least you have an idea of what's right and what's wrong there.
Dear, oh dear, Mr. Marston. What dreadful novel did you get that romanticized drivel out of? Those days are long gone, if they were ever here at all. According to Paul, those days were just people shooting each other because they lost at cards. We'll be lucky if our ranch survives another 5 years. Businessmen are the new cowboys. You look like a man who's been through the mill.
Thank you.
I mean, you've lived some life. I'm 27 years old and I have rarely left Hennigan's stead. Although many years ago we did briefly employ a French governess. Well, I think she was French. She said she was French, but she spoke Russian. That was when Paul thought I would become a lady.
A change of pasture doesn't always make for a fatter calf.
I know, and I wouldn't change my life for all the money in the world. I'm just saying, sometimes I wish I'd been, well, braver. Been to more places, seen more things.
If you ask me, it usually takes more strength to stay than to run, Miss McFarland.
So this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not, but it does okay for us. Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. The first one's on me.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him. Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
Howdy. Hello. Goodbye now. Bye.
Just finished helping a patient. How can I help you?
Hey, partner.
I got stock of them electric belts if you need to lose weight.
We got iron you can trust for a price that's reasonable.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take a stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
Jim Murphy don't put his name to a gun he don't...
How are you, friend?
There you go. I'll buy anything that meets my strict standards. The marshal best step up post haste. Men starting to question his steel. Remember to return.
Hola.
Son of a bitch!
Come on, move!
Those young people keep daring each other to sit at next. It's so dangerous. But do they listen? Well, I never.
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson. To settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true. Especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure. And I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left, or tried to leave. Said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need, money?
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
Right. Are you ready to learn how to herd some cows?
Come on!
Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
I hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
I ain't so sure about that, but thank you.
Come on, boy.
Good to see you, Miss
Yeah.
McFarland.
All right, let's see if you can herd cows as well as you can charm humanity.
Come on, easy up now.
Mr. Marston. That's it.
Come on. Whoa.
He's got it.
Look at the cowboy. I see him.
Go.
This way. We need to take them out to the pasture.
Slow down. Come on.
showing
Now we
off
need to move
now.
the entire herd out to the far pastures for grazing.
Yeah. Come on. Slow it up now.
I'll round these stragglers up for you. Easy now.
Yeah.
That's a big herd for your first time.
Let's go.
Try to keep it together. I thought you'd be better than
Doing
this.
great, Mr. Marston. Stay with him. Keep that herd together now.
Whoa there.
Let's go. Come on.
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that, or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
Whoa. Come. You stink. Come on. Let's go. Didn't mean nothing by it, officer.
Don't start something you ain't prepared to finish.
Come on. Whoa. Howdy, friend.
Well, hello there.
Say what you like about Drew McFarland, but I hope you see something you need. Nice doing business with you.
I think that's good for now.
I hear Nate John's been running for
You know where
governor
we are
of New
next time you
Austin.
need something.
I ain't never heard of him.
How are you, mister?
I got nothing but good, honest profit. Sure, I don't mind a little dickering. Spread the word.
That's all of it, sir. Best be going.
Well, I hope you're leaving satisfied one way or another. If you need something.